A very good morning, everybody. Welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Sakshi, and in this session, we are about to discuss the daily current affairs as on 18th July 2020. So, before beginning, as I always tell you, if you're preparing for defense exams, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, you can always visit our website ssbcrackexam.com. There you can find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do follow us on our social media platforms Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram for defense updates and notifications. Do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start our session with the question of the day. And yesterday I asked you this question, and the question was, what are the key initiative of Skill India Mission? So you were supposed to answer the key initiative under Skill India Mission of Government of India. So before discussing the key initiatives, I would like to tell you what is Skill India Mission. So it is a Government of India initiative which was launched by our Honorable Prime Minister on July 2015 on the occasion of World's Youth Skill Day, that is celebrated on 15th July. So the mission has been developed to create a convergence across the sectors and states in terms of skill training activities. Please remember this. So this scheme is for the skill training purposes. So under this scheme, Government of India has initiated several initiatives. So first one being Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So this particular scheme, it aims to mobilize youth to take up skill training with aim to increase the productivity and aligning the training certifications to the needs of the country. So this is a training certificate program. Okay. Second is National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. So it is for the apprenticeships. Objective is to provide apprenticeships training to 50 lakhs youngsters by 2019-20. And this will lead to creation of more jobs. Moving on, next initiative by Government of India under Skill India Mission is Jan Shikshan Sansthan. So these are sansthans, and these provide vocational education and skill development to non-literates, new literates and the persons having rudimentary level education belonging to disadvantaged section of the society up to class 12th dropouts and of the age of 15 to 45 years. Moving on, next is Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship Scheme. So under this, fellowship is given to young and dynamic individuals to contribute to enhancing skill development and promote economic development. Okay, so these were the key initiative under Skill India Mission that I've discussed. So let's start our session with the first news that we have today. So the first one is Prime Minister has addressed to UN ECOSOC, that is United Nations Economic and Social Council. So yesterday Prime Minister has addressed the high level segment of ECOSOC, that is United Nations Economic and Social Council. So theme for this year was multilateralism after COVID-19, and this was the 75th anniversary of this particular segment. So let me tell you in brief about the ECOSOC. So the Economic and the Social Council, it is one of the principal organs of United Nations, and it was established in the year 1945, and it consists 54 member states, and these 54 members are to be elected by United Nations General Assembly. And ECOSOC is a principal body for coordination, policy review, policy dialogue, and recommendation for economic, social, environmental issues. Also, it helps in implementation of various programs internationally. Okay guys, so let's move ahead with the next article. So the next news is about the maternity mortality rate, and a special bulletin was released by Office of Registrar General Sample Registration System, SRS, and the special bulletin was released on maternity mortality in India 16-18. And under this, they've said that there has been decline in the maternity ratio in India. And when we see the earlier figures, in 2015-17, the ratio was 122. And in the 2014-16, the ratio was 130. But now the recent report has released that in 2016-18, the maternity mortality ratio, MMR, is 113. So there has been a decline in the maternity mortality ratio. So MMR, it is defined as a number of maternal deaths per 1 lakh live births. Okay, and also UN's Sustainable Development Goals Target 3.1 has set the target, and it has set the target to reduce the global maternity ratio to less than 70 per 1 lakh live births. So maternal mortality in a region is a measure of reproductive health of a woman in an area. So let me define what is maternal mortality. So as per WHO, maternal death or maternal mortality is death of a woman while pregnant or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy from any cause related to or aggravated by pregnancy or its mismanagement. So this is the maternal mortality as per the WHO. So as per the report, I'm going to tell you the highest and the lowest ranking MMR ratio states. Some of the highest ranking states are Assam, UP, and the southern states, they have registered the lower MMR, and they are Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Moving ahead, next article we have is mobile app of PM Savanidhi. It was launched. So it was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and it is a mobile application for Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. So this particular scheme, it was already launched, and now they have launched the mobile app for the same. So what is the aim? So aim is to provide friendly digital interface for lending institutions. Please remember, this is for the lending institutions, and it is for providing them a friendly user interface for sourcing and processing the loans application to street vendors under this particular scheme. Further, it is a step towards boosting the use of digital technology, and it will enable the field functionaries of like banking correspondents and agents of non-banking financial companies, microfinance institutions who have more proximity with these street vendors. And when they have more proximity with these street vendors, then they can ensure the maximum coverage of the scheme. So before that, Ministry has already launched the web portal on June 29, 2020, which we have already covered in our daily current affairs. So under this particular app, the features includes vendors search in the survey data, eKYC of applicants, processing of applications, and real-time monitoring. So I'll be telling you about the PM Savanidhi in brief. It was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs on June 1st, 2020, and it is for providing affordable working capital loans to street vendors. Please remember, it is for the street vendors, and it has been launched to resume their livelihoods, which was affected by the COVID-19. So under this particular scheme, the vendors can avail working loan of up to rupees 10,000, which is payable in monthly installments in the tenure of 1 year. So this is all about PM Savanidhi scheme. Moving ahead, next article we have is US-India Strategy Energy Partnership. So US and India has signed several MOUs for the Strategic Energy Partnership yesterday. So this will be the win-win situation for both India and US. And under these partnership, India and US under Strategic Energy Partnership, they will be basically focusing on these 4 pillars. These are power and energy efficiency, oil and gas, renewable energy, and sustainable growth. These are the 4 pillars under which they'll be working. So as I told you, through these pillars, United States and India are working to strengthen and modernize the power grid distribution utilities for clean, affordable, reliable energy access, and they'll improve the efficiency, flexibility, and environmental performances in power sector. So under this, they have also discussed one of the most important development that they've discussed for the possibility of India storing oil in US Strategic Petroleum Reserve to increase the India's stockpile of oil. And apart from these, there are several other strategic energy decisions have been taken. So now I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India as per 17th July 2020. So active cases, they have reached to 3,42,473. Cured cases have reached to 6,35,756, and deaths have reached to 25,602. Now we'll be discussing the questions, and meanwhile we'll revise everything which we have discussed in this particular session. So the first question in front of you is Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. It was established in which year? So it was established in 1945. Answer B is correct. Next question is, which of the following state has lowest maternal mortality rate or ratio? So the correct answer for this will be Kerala. Alright, as we discussed that southern states have lower maternal mortality ratio. Next is PM Savanidhi is to provide working capital loan to A, women, B, SC and ST, C, farmers, and D, street vendors. So the correct answer for this will be street vendors. Okay, next is MMR, that is maternal mortality ratio, is defined as the number of maternal deaths per. So the correct answer is per lakh births. So MMR is defined as the number of maternal deaths per 1 lakh births. Okay guys, so this is all about this session. So I'll be asking you the question of the day. So question for you is, what are the maternity benefit programs by Government of India? So this is in the news recently, that is maternity benefit or maternity mortality ratios. So it will be good for us to revise the schemes by Government of India for pregnant women or maternity. So try to answer this in the comment section. I'll be discussing the complete and the detailed answer in the next session. Till then, you will have to stay tuned. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.